Hasan, I regret to tell you that you have anti-Asian politics. Your recent report on Asia and Asian-related news has been horrible.
Uh-oh.
Why can't we do the two things at the same time? They are not mutually exclusive.
Uh-oh, somebody didn't get the subversion memo.
Wait, you think I'm anti-Asian politics because I think the Supreme Court decision... How much... Dude, I'm sorry. There is nothing more annoying to me than first generation, second generation, third generation Asian motherfuckers who are dogs to white people.
Okay, how many generations down are we gonna go? What the fuck?
Okay, you are literally barking for white people. Shut the up, okay? This guy's literally like, no, I am the model minority. Yeah, okay, dude. No, you don't understand. The model minority myth is not a myth. I literally am that. I
don't understand what, I don't know, dude. It's so hard to break apart. The model minority is not a myth. It's a real thing. That's why it's such a controversial topic. Right? There were Asian people that complained in the Harvard case about affirmative action hurting Asian Americans. The average SAT scores and shit they needed to get into some of these Ivy League scores was higher than a white person. There's a huge selection filter for people coming from Asia. That China has a massive fucking population. So when you have 1 billion plus people and only a few of them are coming to the United States for school, they're going to be fucking geniuses and their families are usually fucking loaded. Yes, it's a model minority thing. That's not to say that like the stereotypes are good or the racism is good or anything else, but it's like a real phenomenon that you kind of have to like account for and think about when you're navigating identity politics related stuff in the United States. Are we just going to pretend that every single immigrant and every single person that comes to this country under the exact same circumstances? Like, it's okay.
I love math. I'm so Asian. I love math. Please. Is that what you're going to say next? Dumbass. Shut the fuck up. Come on. Give me what I'm doing here that you think is anti-Asian. Talking about affirmative action. This motherfucker's only... Why should Asians lose under affirmative action, though? So what? Benefit white women the most. Motherfucker, get into Berkeley then. Okay? Suck my dick. Get into Berkeley. Go get into Berkeley. Go get into any of the fucking University of California schools then. Okay? Shut the fuck up.
Oh, why? Because that's where all Asians need to go? To the West Coast? Hasan?
There's plenty of schools you can get into. I want to know your GPA. Hey, you want to know what's great? At least you could tell your disappointed parents that you couldn't get into fucking Harvard and Yale because you're Asian.
What the fuck? Is this AI? What the fuck am I listening to right now? Hello? Bruh, are you okay?
Now you don't have that. So what are you going to do?
On Twitch? On Twitch, bro! I feel like this would be like a permaban. This is like a crazy... I feel like this is insane. It's like imagine like a black person crying in Hasan's chat. Like, bro, I feel like you're downplaying how much the gutting of Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act is hurting us. And Hasan's like, oh, well, if it bothers you so much, why don't you go cry to your dad? Oh, wait, you're black. You probably don't have one. Ha, ha, ha. Like, Jesus, bro, chill. Holy shit.
At least you could tell your disappointed parents that you couldn't get into fucking Harvard and Yale because you're Asian. Now you don't have that. So what are you going to do?
By the way, you want a really funny, crazy... Oh my God, we're about to tie like 12 different, not really, but like 3 different completely unrelated things completely together. One of a thing that I've thought about in the past, and I've kind of addressed this in the past, because sometimes I'll make, I've done racist humor, sexist humor, anti-Semitic humor. For me, well, at least 10 years ago, anti-Semitic humor didn't really seem like as big of a deal to me because it's like, is there anti-Semitism in the U.S.? Like, not, I know every Jew is about, the biggest victims of hate crime, blah, blah, blah. But like by and large, like the Jews aren't being like persecuted in the United States. Now today, well, now we're totally different story. But 10 years ago, they're a high achieving minority group. Don't deal with, as much like systemic oppression, all that bullshit. Okay, they got their Hollywood Jews, they got their banker Jews, they got their Israeli Jews, they got their Mossad Jews, they got everybody in all the positions they need to be, okay? In a way, me kind of saying that, like, I don't think anti-Semitic humor is necessarily as big a deal as like other types of punching down humor is kind of a reverse racism model minority claim, right? So the reason why it's okay in American society to make racist jokes against Asian people is because we don't perceive it as punching down because of the model minority thing. So it's funny because Hasan is denying. And he also attacked me for my quote-unquote anti-Semitism, saying I was anti-Semitic because my rationalization was stupid for why I didn't think anti-Semitic jokes were as big of a deal, especially because usually me and Dan. But in a funny way, Hasan is making jokes that he's only making against Asian people because he himself and his chat perceives them to be model minority characters, so they're okay to roast for things that might be that we view as somewhat essential to their race or culture. Because of that, that's just kind of funny to me. But that was a lot. There's your woke education for the day.
What are you gonna do now? Now you just couldn't get in because you're a dumbass. Okay, at least you had that. You could have just been like, oh well, I'm Asian. They're discriminating against me. Now you don't even have that. You're fucked.
Like that. This was a real thing.